Hi, welcome back to now day 25 of this insane journey. I've discovered a way to permanently alter how you interact with consciousness in this reality using DMT as a tool. And so, DMT is the most powerful psychedelic on the planet if you haven't heard of it. And I've taught my family and friends how this whole thing works. And our lives are now sci fi films. We can now see or hear beings that we can communicate with and have been building relationships with them for the last 8 months since we've figured this out. So, my story is the craziest thing that you will ever hear, most likely, that I know is true. Um, I encourage you to go look at some of our other videos, but they've been showing us how the universe works and how some of these things in the past have really held our civilization back. And I've been trying to tell this whole story and the things that they are teaching us along the way while I'm doing a 40-day water only fast. No food, no juice. Just I'm doing that so you'll hopefully take my story seriously. I'm down 32.7 pounds. Yeah, 32.7 pounds as of today. So I encourage you to watch my previous videos to hear this whole story. So let's get weird and get dirty. So yesterday we talked about how some of the universal truths we're discovering and being shown were actually known by one group called the Rosicrucians. But it's how they knew this information that's the crazy part. It actually looks like the legends are true and that the story of Mary Magdalene from the Bible is not accurate. Other biblical era texts also agree that Mary and Jesus actually had a legitimate relationship, and that the Gospel of Mary makes so much more sense looking at it through this different perspective in this account than it does the way that the Bible makes her look, which is that she was a sinful woman who he cast 7 demons outside of. It's way more to her story. And it looks like that the change was intentional. I did misspeak yesterday, and I do want to clarify. The Gospel of Philip is the strongest source where it talks about that Jesus and Mary are romantically involved. The Gospel of Mary shows that she was very involved with Jesus and the disciples. But after we're talking about DMT and why does all this matter? This is actually really important. That's why I really want to drive this home today. If people all over the world are seeing all of the ascended masters in dreams and visions, and those accounts are happening exponentially more and more, why would that be happening? This is happening to people that don't even understand what the concept of the ascended masters are or who they would even be. So, it's not a construct of their imagination. This is outside of their minds, and it's through consciousness. Right alongside those titans of religion, which are the ascended master, you also have Mary Magdalene showing up. And that means that she is also an ascended master. And that also means that she is something, this that being an ascended master is something that can be learned and can be attained. And that is what the Rosicrucians have really been protecting. And that directly aligns with the concept of Christ consciousness. Other people outside of Jesus were able to attain the anointing from God, and you can actually do the same. That's not blasphemy, that's reality. They told you it was blasphemy because they didn't want you to know. They wanted control. And when you understand that we are all actually a part of God, it means that there is divinity with each and every one of us. But why does that part matter? These ascended masters are included in the incredible amount of beings and entities that you encounter in the DMT space. These specific beings are also showing up to people outside of the DMT realm. They are not connected to two separate realms. You are tapping into the same realm, and it's called consciousness. But how you tap into it matters for how that realm manifests. Like, for example, N-dimethyltryptamine is the way our bodies naturally produce a molecule. So remember, it only lasts like 5 minutes because we naturally make it. Our bodies know how to break it down. You can also don't have to smoke DMT to achieve this. When monks meditate to achieve states of nirvana, they're actually using meditation techniques and breath work to increase their natural DMT produced in their body. They are doing that to connect to the same spiritual realm. If you were to take magic mushrooms, you can access that space as well. When you take psilocybin, your body turns into psilocin, which has the chemical compound of 4-hydroxy and dimethyltryptamine. Half of the molecule is DMT. You're tapping into that space, but the extra chains on the molecule give you a different perspective on that experience. DMT acts as a powerful psychedelic until you understand it. And I know psychonauts all over the world are going to call BS on that, but just watch. It's going to prove itself. I'll say this again. DMT is in every living thing because it is the mechanism that allows us to connect with consciousness. And the more you have in you, the more you can perceive that realm and the beings that inhabit it. And it's incredible and it's really weird. But for whatever reason, unlocking what we have, it feels like we are being rewarded with divine information. And I know some of this sounds crazy to most of you, but we're going to share it with the world. And we have been talking about how it really does look like our past have been manipulated to hide how easy it is to connect with higher dimensional beings. And based on what we're being shown, we really have a good understanding of how it all works. And that continues to evolve every single day. Like this is in real time. We're getting close to where you'll be caught up with us. But this hidden knowledge seems to be coming out of everywhere, all of a sudden. Telepathy, astral travel, remote viewing, psionics, UAPs, UFOs, it's all connected. These are all things they told us were bullshit. And it's like science completely avoided studying consciousness. It was fringe. But there are plenty of declassified CIA documents that show that they have studied this thoroughly and have learned how to do it for the advantage of the government and not us, and they kept it secret. It's naturally all coming out now because something major is happening on this planet. We touched on it briefly. We'll dig into this some more. But the signs are all around us. And once you see them, you won't be able to unsee them. And all of this craziness that is happening everywhere on this planet is being predicted. You can tap in and kind of have an idea what's coming. I've been doing this for months. It's wild. People all over the world are being shown what's going to happen in the future. And many of them are right, and more and more and more they're realizing that they can do this every single day. If you want to know what the future holds, you can actually easily find people and listen to what they say. Or you can learn how to do it yourself, because almost every one of us actually has that capability. So we'll talk about more about that tomorrow. So thank you for being here with me and on this crazy journey. I hope this stuff resonates with you. And if it does, please look into it. I hope I spark something inside of you. Maybe it'll lead to an awakening. But appreciate your time. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Please like and please share. Get this message out. Much love. Thanks.